Next up, wide receiver, Traylon Ray. Questions for Traylon?
So Traylon, you came in midsummer and hit the ground running. How hard was that? Because you played right away. And how much better are you now than you were even last season?
Just coming in over the summer, I was pretty raw. I played football in high school. Yeah, I trained a little bit, but actually getting that foundation, working with Coach Lau, being around older guys that knew what they were doing, been in college for a while, it just helped me, grow quicker. And then being in that role playing, I just had to, grow up quicker, learn things quicker than a lot of other people had to. But having this winter and then this spring ball, it just gave me the time to slow things down, actually work on my body, get in the weight room more. I put on a couple pounds, so that's helped tremendously on the field this spring.
I just wanted to ask, because, obviously you were a multi-sport guy in the past, so you didn't get to concentrate in the weight room. So how much did this winter and the off-season program help?
It helped a lot. Just, again, putting on the weight and then learning how to move weight a lot faster, helped with my speed and just my all-around play on the field.
How's baseball helped you? I know I was talking to a baseball guy at one of your practices and he said your ability to track the ball. I guess you played center field, is that right?
Yes.
Talk about that. How has that helped you catch footballs and adjust your body? And
baseball was the first sport I played, so because that's just kind of like the sport in my family. So it's always kind of been natural to me, but always just starting from a young age, learning how to catch a pop fly. It's just come natural to me, come easy to me. So me catching the ball, catching a point, catching a kickoff or something like that, it feels natural, feels normal to me. So it's never really been a problem for me.
You different as a receiver this spring? Are you different as a receiver this spring? Do you feel like you've taken that stride?
Definitely. It's just more confidence just because I'm more confident with my body on the field. I'm not really scared to take any hits. I know I can bounce off of hits, coming in and out of my breaks and stuff like that a lot quicker, and that just comes with the strength part.
come in here anticipating playing as much as you did?
I wanted to, but I didn't anticipate it at all. No, and then I did what I did during fall camp, and then got some snaps early, and then ended up starting 7 or 8 games or something like that. So that was a bit of a surprise. But once I got rolling, I feel like I showed that I could start.
Were you happy with what you were able to do?
Definitely. And then I feel like that's just going. I'm just trying to keep it rolling into the next season.
Was there a point last fall camp where you realized like you were in line to get some playing time, like coaches were high on you?
Yeah, definitely. After a couple of the practices, once I got comfortable around the guys, because that's a big thing for me. Once I get comfortable, that's when I can really show, my personality and stuff. So once I got comfortable and I got to play how I wanted to play, I definitely thought I had a chance, being number 2 on the field. And then once I got put in the game and then I kept getting reps, I was like, okay, I got a chance to start.
What's next for you?
It's a question everybody wants to know. I want to know it too. But
These are my goals. Maybe you don't want to talk about it, but what's next? I mean, obviously, there's more for Traylon Ray.
Yeah, definitely more for me. This upcoming season is going to be a really big season for me, just for what I want to do. I'm hoping to have 1,000 yards just because we've been working with Gigi. All of our receivers have, and I'm really confident in what we have in Gigi, how he's been working and how all of our receivers have been working.
I know you stretch the field. What other parts of a wide receiver do you need to be better?
Blocking, because I feel like when coaches cut on that film, a lot of guys that are talented can run routes, but blocking is a big thing because if you can block a guy, 10, 20 yards down the field, let the running back pop open, a lot of guys can't do that. So I feel like blocking is definitely a big thing.
You came in midsummer last year. That had to be right about the time when they picked West Virginia last in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go through your mind, what have I gotten myself into here? I mean,
no, honestly, it never crossed my mind because even when I was in high school, my school was a little Christian school, 2A, so we were always kind of picked at the bottom too. So I came here, I knew kind of what situation I was going into from the previous season before I got here. So I came in with a chip on my shoulder just like every other guy in here, and I saw how bad they wanted, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be a part of this.
is it different now that now you guys are talking about winning the conference rather than not being the worst team, but being the best. Is that different?
It is different, but at the same time, we still have the same mentality that nobody respects us. So we all just keep our head down, keep working, but it's a lot more as, okay, we're going to go and we're going to win, win the season and win the conference.
Traylon, is there any comparison standing in the batter's box and getting hit by a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and getting hit by a safety coming across the middle?
Not at all. There's nothing like baseball.
The high school offense you ran, I think your coach knows Neil too. How much, or did that even help you as far as this isn't as complicated as I thought? Wow, I understand this. I've done this before. Did that accelerate things for you?
Definitely. So I kind of knew just the play style at West Virginia just because my coach in high school has similar play style. So a lot of the routes and formations that we use here, we kind of used in high school. So once I got into the playbook and everything kind of clicked for me, came easy to me.
How important was Devin to last year's room, just as the only guy who had really been there, done that?
Super important. Honestly, he was the big bro of the room. He was hurt, of course, but he kept everybody, kept the hopes up, would teach us all the little things that he knew, and it kind of just pushed our game up more throughout the season.
How does to that end then, having Jaden Bray around, who was not there last year, but he's kind of in that Devin role as a veteran leader and also can provide experience about it. You want to go to Dallas. He's been there.
Yeah, Jay Bray, he's a little bit different than Devin. Devin's more of he's more of a social guy with us. Jay Bray, he's kind of he's quiet, but he fits in perfect with just our chemistry, our receiver room. So Jay Bray knows what he's doing, and he's still kind of raw, but at the same time, he's super athletic. Goes up and gets the ball, strong hands. Jay Bray's probably that boy's strong. That's the grown man. We call it grown man strength. Call him Optimus Prime for a reason. So. So us seeing Jay Bray, do things that kind of pushes us to, we see him blocking, moving guys off the line. We're like, okay, I want to be able to do that. So it's different, but it's the same thing in a way.
What were they selling you when you came here? What was the draw to come to West Virginia?
Honestly, they didn't really sell me much. They told me what I wanted to hear. They said, I can remember Coach Lau saying, actually, we're not going to give it to you. He wants me to come in and work, and that was honestly the perfect answer for me because I don't really want anything handed to me, and that's all he had to say to me, and that got me on board.
Just an opportunity?
Yeah, all I want is an opportunity.
One more about Jaden. What's something that he does where you marvel at how strong he is? I mean, where does that show up?
So we had a scrimmage last week, and he caught the ball over the middle, and somebody tried to hit him. He took it. The other kid falls straight back on his back, and he just keeps running. You don't know how strong he is because he's so quiet and he doesn't talk about it. But when he's on the field, he's a completely different person. It's crazy.
Because the veteran is not a vocal leader, even though he's able to lead. He's doing the lead by example. Has somebody else, like Hudson, for example, or anyone else stepped up to now take over what Devin was doing last year vocally? Or do you not need that as much because you guys are more at least had?
I feel like me and Huddy are a lot of the vocal leaders on the team. Preston Fox definitely too, but Grayson Malasevich, he's honestly the big bro of the room now. Just 'cause, even though he's been hurt and things of that nature in the past, hasn't stopped him from training like he's still top of the list or whatever. But Grayson just keeps us in high hopes. He keeps us pushing. If he sees one of us down, he'll always come over there. I worked out with Gray all winter. He's one of the reasons why I am where I am right now. So.
There's some ways that Garrett and Nico has improved in your mind.
Ball placement, just extending plays. Last year Garrett would kind of he'd take off and this and that. He's been working on staying in the pocket. Deep balls, they're throwing us open more. So just their all-around quarterback players just come to a next level, and I'm excited to see them.
How about Nico spinning the ball? Looks like he's spinning it a lot better.
Yeah, Nico's never had a problem with throwing the football. Nico's ball is beautiful. He's always trying to put it in the right spot for you, always giving you a chance. Where he's grew is just, reading the defense. Like him reading the defense has grown so much, and you can see it on the field, and it's just made him all the much better.
You miss
You play basketball too, right?
Yes.
So you go football, basketball, baseball. Football here is like a year-round thing.
Yeah.
So what has it been like? What have you noticed as far as what you've learned or how you progressed? Just focusing on one sport finally.
Honestly, I've learned to pay attention to what my body feels like. So I'm in high school. I play all these sports. My body would hurt, but I'll just kind of push it to the side and go to the next sport. Now my body hurts. I have all the resources I need here, and I can get back way quicker than I could in high school.
First time being a full-time football player.
Yeah, yeah.
You miss the other sports?
All the time. I just love competing in them. So me, Rod, we'll go out there and just shoot some hoops sometimes, just because we both miss it sometimes. But I mean, it's just the competitive nature of all the different sports. Like you can't find it.
Are you a sports player or a sports watcher? I know a lot of guys that play don't really watch it; they just play. Are you a watcher too? Are you a sports watcher? Or?
Yeah, honestly, baseball is my favorite sport to watch, but I just love watching all sports just because I like learning. Like when you watch, you learn something new every time you watch a different game.
How close is your class? How close is your class? Seemed like you, Jaheim, Rodney, all that guys in that class have become very close. How close are you guys?
Yeah, we're super close. Like if we need anything, we know anybody in our class will pick that phone up. Like we can call any of them. We're always together. Like when we're outside of the facility, inside of the facility, we're always together, and it's never going to be an awkward moment with any of us.
I was just going to ask in terms of Rodney in particular, you guys come in, you're both kind of highly touted recruits, you're looking at the same position. How has having him around been? What's your bond kind of been like? And then is there even any competitiveness between the two of you? Because you're looking at 1,000 yards, but if he stays at this receiver corps and then picks up his game, there's only so many yards everyone can have. You got more competition around, but you're kind of fighting for the same spot as well.
Yeah. So the 1,000 yards, I mean, that's what I would love to get. Every receiver would love to get that. But me knowing how talented our receiver room is, might not happen, which I wouldn't be mad at it. Like, Rodney's a very talented person. Huddy's very talented. Preston, he'll catch anything you throw at him. So it's not really a big thing to me, but that's what I love to do. And speaking about me and Rodney, we're always together 24/7. Me, Rodney, and Ja. I mean, Ja, we're living together next year, but me and Rodney live together, wake up, go to workouts together, go eat together. Like every single second of the day, me and Rodney probably together. So me and Rod argue all the time, but then right after that, we're back to normal. Like, so yeah, that's definitely my other best friend, him, Rodney and Ja. Like those are my two guys.
And as a group, do you guys talk about how special you guys stick together?
All the time. Like sometimes we'll just be sitting in the room watching TV, and then we'll just be like, "Yo, like we're really like doing this right now. Like just like we're really here. We're playing D1 football, and we got a chance to be some pretty good players." So,
Do you have a bond beyond just even being football players? Like, do you guys have similar interests in terms of whatever?
Yeah, definitely. Like honestly, sometimes we try not to even talk about football. Like we go bowling a lot. Like we all three of us love going bowling, and we're not much into going out. So we're always in the apartment, just hanging out, talking about whatever it is.
One guy from Florida, two guys from Pennsylvania. Huh?
Yep. Never would have saw it coming.
How was the Florida kid's first winter in the North?
Man, I did not have the clothes. I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared, but I'm good now.
You got to play in the cold at some point in your career, right?
Yep.
It can't all be all warm weather. Just ask the Dolphins.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.